Diaz Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. Orderly, as you can tell by that thumbnail, yes, indeedy. We're going to swiftly go through Swiftly Blue. Now, orderly, Swifty Blue, he came up on my radar and my antennas were definitely up. But first and foremost, before I say anything, welcome to LA. As you can tell by the background, we're in Los today, right? With respect, I made sure that I checked in with Neil Dezad, so it's okay. Now, trip out, Swifty Blue. You know, I was watching a few things on YouTube as I do daily, and this guy came up on my radar. My antennas definitely went up in a menudo style in a direct fashion. I said, hold on now, who is this cat, right? Now, I have heard his music in the past, and I always thought he was an Africano of alto rapping. I never knew he was of Raza descent. Now, there's a reason for that. The reason being that this vato said the N-word quite extensively more than even Kodak Black says it, right? So I automatically assumed, and that's what I go for assuming. My assumption was totally off base. I was wrong. This vato is Raza. He's actually from down south, Southern California, Paramount, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. But so I was scared. This vato came up on my radar today because I seen Dubs did a video. And I kind of wanted to react to the video Dubs did after doing my extensive research and looking into this vato's whole get down. I could say, hey, Dubs called you a corn nut. I won't call you that, Holmes. I'm never going to call you a corn nut. I'm going to call you a candy-coated raindrop because you're one of those guys that you drop and you quickly dissolve, right? You're here and then you're not. Swifty Blue, okay? I'm not going to deny the fact that you know how to rap, okay? That's a fact. That's actual factual, man. I enjoy your music. I will say it's a little bit outlandish, but at the same time, Holmes, I would be a disrespectful and a liar and a fat mouth if I said, if I just said with my chest that I didn't enjoy your music. I do. But it seems like a lot of individuals believe that music and politics of gangs and the streets are one and the same. They're not, right? I mean, that's where the candy-coated raindrop issue comes in. You know, when you like to speak about prison politics and you've never been to the penitentiary, you've never walked the yarda, been on the linea, general population, Holmes, hit the block one time, you know what I mean, came out for chow, Southgate came out and did a pegada, been associated or a part of some real shit going on in prison, then you really can't speak on that. You can't speak like you're institutionalized if you ain't never been to an institution. Now, I understand LA County Jail or the county jail is one way. And hey, you know what? Indubitably, Holmes, it's as vicious as prison. If not, a little bit more. It desensitizes you, especially if you're at guerra, if you're at war with certain groups, then you know what time it is. So I'm not going to take that from you. I'm not going to fucking snag the carpet up out of under your feet, right? But at the same time, Holmes, that's far different from being in prison and knowing the politics and what really goes on into prison living. But I will say this, Swifty. I'm going to go ahead and give you that one, right? You're institutionalized. Okay, I myself was institutionalized at one point, coming from the California Youth Authority. I didn't know how to act when I got out. You know, so I thought everything was everything. You know, I thought everybody was trying to get me. I thought everybody was looking at me some type of way. And of course, I was trying to get off where I was mad at. I was mad all the time. Eventually, the homeboys let me know, hey, that ain't the get down, bro. It ain't like that. So I was going to live your life and don't let life live you. And so I started to do that. And after a while, Holmes, I shook the sheets, basically. I shook that, right? And I was able to move on and do what I had to do. I got my move on and my Hoover groove on. You know all about Hoovers. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I was able to get my move on and my groove on. So I started living. You know, I lived for me and not for the gang and not for the homeboys, homes, but I lived for myself and my children, my familia. Now, of course, I was still in the mix, as you are supposedly in the mix, you know, and I'm not going to take that from you. I don't know your status and your value. But after these videos that are coming out on you and the way that you've opened your boca and you've talked and spoke on certain aspects of the game, I'm sure your standings and your value is not going to quite be the same. Ever. Ask Neil Dezad, he'll tell you, right? He can't because his value no longer exists. But you know what I'm saying, right? It just, it comes to a certain point, Holmes, where there's certain things that you shouldn't speak on. You know, there's certain things I shouldn't speak on. But like a man, Holmes, I'm going to stand 10 toes on the motherfucking concrete to the ground and hold my own for what I truly believe in, Holmes. And that's the entertainment value of what YouTube is presenting. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Now, I seen an interview you did with Haters World. Shout out to Haters World. Shout out to my boy Dubs V, of course, man. If you haven't tapped into these two channels, make sure that you tap in and show them some love and some respect. These guys actually, man, know what the fuck they're talking about. Shout out, a special shout out to Haters World, man. As I like your get down, brother, I recognize your channel and I see it for what it is, and that's basically the entertainment value of it. Respects. Now, we'll see this coming from Gunners Collective. Bang, bang. In a menudo style and direct fashion, I felt that if for no other reason, I should Swifty, right? Put my 2 cents in because it needs to righteously be heard. You've heard the perspective from down south on certain individuals. One being Swifty Blue, and now it's time to hear it from up north, Northern Califas to be exact, right down Highway 99, the 209 district. Don't get it twisted where we get optimistic about turning a motherfucker into a statistic. Ballistics, allegedly, right? So we does what we do, cuz on power we do. Now, Swifty Blue, like I said, you're an entertainer, a rapper. You need to stick to that, bro. Because when you go speaking on prison politics or you go speaking on things that cause division, especially with what's going on right now, it's an ugly look for you. It's a look that's going to have you questioned. Not necessarily questioned on the streets, homes, but questioned if you ever go back, to the yarda. Believe and understand that vatos will get in your earpiece. They will get at you, homes, and they will want to know why you were speaking on certain aspects of the game. Now, I've noticed from several fucking things that you've done, not me, you puto, yeah, I called you puto, so what, right? You know what I mean, you don't like me anyway, so it is what it is, right? Several things that you've done, homes, that you've basically disrespected the raza from up north, disrespected the raza from down south by the way you carry yourself, and, basically disrespected the Africano brothers, and we're going to get to that, and I'm going to explain why. First and foremost, division. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know multiplication and division, but that is the type of shit I'm talking about. I'm talking about divide and conquer, Holmes. Parting the Red Sea, yes, right? You've decided that if for no other reason, Holmes, you're going to be the voice of the South when it comes to division. Now, there's a lot of people that are of understanding and of the old ways, the guerra, the war, Holmes, prior to the end of hostilities, where yes, the funk was on north and south. We all know that. Anyone who really knows and has lived through that can tell you what the real get down is and how the respect factor plays a big part into the intricacies and the details of what was really going on when it came to wartime. You know what I mean? It was wartime, Holmes, not wartime. So now it's wartime, but you don't understand. You're too busy fucking talking shit to go out there and get Arby's. I like Arby's, 2 for $6. It always goes a blonde and a brunette. Bang, bang. It's the best one on the best item on the fucking menu. Now, Trip, let me tell you, when you cause division, when you say that, yeah, I would never do music with rappers from up north unless they're upstate Southsiders, or basically try to act like you're better than, or you're somebody that knows the reasons behind it, Holmes, it's much bigger than you, brother. It's much bigger than you. And you, as an entertainer, don't have to do any fucking song with anyone you don't want to. That's your prerogative. You could do what you want to do. It's my prerogative. Order Bobby Brown, minus the coca, right? You don't have to do nothing you don't want to do. But at the same time, Holmes, when there's so much division being pushed, why must you be and continue to spark the flame and be the voice of it? I don't know. I can't call it like an alcoholic. It's not what benefits you, Holmes, and what benefits the raza and the gente around you. Sometimes you need to step back, Holmes, and not join the crowd. Show leadership qualities and leadership skills, Holmes, by being the voice of the people rather than just a voice of division in yourself. So I understand your get down with the North and South, Holmes. I once felt the same way. I can't fault you. You're a young buck in this motherfucking game, right? But what I will say is eventually, Holmes, over time, you are going to recognize and understand that things are changing swiftly, Swifty, right? And that's just how it is. Now, let's get to the point, and the North-South shit, that's always going to be there, Holmes. There's always going to be people that feel some type of way, and that's quite understandable. Most of the guys that feel like that never been involved in anything anyways, so they don't really know. They just know what they've been told and what they've heard, Holmes, and not what they've done or seen, right? So I understand that. Real motherfuckers that have been involved in that, Holmes, like the homeboy Dub says, don't want to go back and be involved in that because they know what it entails, Holmes. There's righteous soldados and hitters from every side. That will end your career before it starts. Candy-coated raindrop. Now, let's get to the facts that you like to speak on Southern politics, Holmes, and I've never seen anyone quite extensively speak on them like you do. Talking about Southerners do this and Southerners do that. Now, hold on. Southerners do a whole lot, Holmes, but there's a whole lot that you're not supposed to speak on because you're not qualified and eligible to speak on that. See, anyone that's never walked the yarda, never really been in prison like that, and never really fucking was part of, a certain fucking factions and certain groups, Holmes, it's best left unsaid. Now, I know myself, Holmes, I speak a little bit, but there's certain things I don't touch on, certain aspects of the game I shy away from. It's out of respect, Holmes, and it's out of knowing. See, my mentality, the way I was taught, Holmes, unlike you, Swifty Blue, was to shut the fuck up, Holmes, when the shutting the fuck up needs to be shutting the fuck up. Understand that. Read between them lines. Menudo, right? But I understand that you're young, and being a rapper and not a clapper, you might think that it makes you look a certain way, that gives you that persona and gives you that respect that you just don't have because you can't get it by rapping. And that's furthest from the truth, Holmes. A true measure of a man is a man that carries himself with fucking the utmost respect, Holmes, and humbleness. That's what I've learned along the lines. But I'm a little bit more OG'er in the game than you are, right? I just made that word up, OG'er, word of the day. Now, trip out, let's get straight to it. The N-word. Okay, I'm a big advocate against saying the N-word by anybody, by Africanos, by raza, sprinkling the white guys especially, right? By anybody, Holmes, because it's a derogatory word. How many motherfucking times do I have to say it, man? Why do people think that it's just a great word to say, or it's a buffer, it's a filler word, Holmes? It shows the low IQ and intelligence of one, right? Now, if the Africano brothers want to take it and embrace it like we embrace the word Chicano and run with it, that's totally fine and up to them. But there's even OG Africanos that I've met along the way that don't really like the word being spoken just because they know what it entails and they know the disrespectful, derogatory ways that people like to speak that word. Okay, so that's up to them. But if young Africano brothers, man, want to take that word and run with it and make it their own, Sabasket, they got that coming, Holmes. They have fucking toiled in the soil long enough to understand what that word means, Holmes, and to run with it if they want. You, on the other hand, Swifty Blue, have not. Okay, and you tend to make the raza look bad, and it's not just you. There's several other rappers from up north as well as down south that have been frequently using this word a lot more lately. Now, I've been knowing and done a lot of time down south, Holmes, and I will tell you, never in my whole career, my whole life, in my whole motherfucking vida, have I ever seen a southern rapper or a southerner, period, southern Mexicano, ever use the word, the N-word, quite as extensively as you do. Okay, that shows me a lack of intelligence, a lack of charisma, a lack of knowing, a lack of being real. Okay, that shows me you're really trying to be someone you're not. Now, I'm a big advocate for when people say, oh, that Vato's just trying to act black. Holmes, there is no way to try to act black, no way to try to act brown. You either are black or brown, and that's all the fuck you can be, Holmes. You can't be something you're not. Now, I understand if you're a product of your environment and it's a word that's spoken in your barrio or your hood over and over again, eventually, Holmes, it becomes commonplace and you adapt to it. But it's called using intelligence, a mindset, a mentality, and one's fucking smarts and knowing to understand, Holmes, that your people, your gente, Holmes, especially the Vatos from down south, it's not a word they use, Holmes, unless they use it in a derogatory fashion, and they know what that, Holmes, entails guerra, so most Vatos don't say it unless they fucking say it with their chest and they mean it. Okay? But you like to use it. And a lot of the people that you hang around with seem to condone it, Holmes, because you can rap. Now, just because you rap, Holmes, and you do it quite well doesn't mean you're that one. Okay, there's been plenty before you. And there's going to be plenty after you. Okay, understand that. Understand that you're just an intricate piece into the puzzle of this hip-hop era. Now, I have nothing but love for the raza trying to make it. We ain't trying to shake it or trying to break it. We just trying to make it. Kicking doors down in the industry, man, to provide a way for the raza. And nothing do I like more than seeing youngsters prosper, prevail, Holmes, and the propensity to go get that fucking bolsita. Because I'm going to get mine, so I hope you get yours, right? And I want to see that happen. But when a Vato is acting out of character, Holmes, he's making derogatory remarks. He's making fucking bias and racist and fucking prejudiced remarks, Holmes. Well, I ain't for that. So I can't be for you. See, I can't promote that mentality. And reason being is I've been around with some real hitters, some real motherfucking OGs, people like Dubs, Holmes, who did 24 plus years, you know what I mean? People who've been in shoot programs, people who fucking treat people with canalismo and respect. Okay, that respect everyone around them. Now, Vato's like young dopey from 18. I totally respect that Vato. Not because he respects Northern Mexicanos, but because he's been there and he's done that and he knows how to carry himself in certain situations. But Vatos like you who portray that image because they get all taqueada down in their face doesn't mean that you've been nowhere, Holmes. To me and all my homeboys and anyone that gets all tattooed on the face and ain't never been where, guess what we call them? You ready? Yeah, you hold. We call them poop butts. Straight up. You know what I mean? Poop butts. You know, candy-coated raindrops. Or in the words of my boy Dubs, corn dogs, undercover weenies, right? Oscar Mayer, I like the ballpark Franco and pinchy beef because they taste better. Costco dog, order the Costco dog, so trip out. I don't mean to disrespect you. I know I have, and I know you're going to feel some type of way and retaliate in whatever way, form, or fashion you feel. And that's understandable, and do that. Do that if that's what you feel. Get it off your chest. Say it with your chest on power. But one thing I will say is please don't address me using the N-word, homes, because that's derogatory to the raza as well as yourself and to all the Afrikaner brothers, man, who have went through so much sacrifice, man, to go ahead and use that word. It's unbecoming of yourself. It's unbecoming of someone who claims to be from Southern California. Okay, I've never in my life seen a vato of raza descent from the South use it as much as you do. Now, I heard this interview you did, and I heard it on Haters World via, a white man you did it with. And he even was remarking that you were making racist statements, derogatory statements. And I felt the same way. And I hardly agree with people that I don't know, man. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And you were making some statements that basically was belittling other people. And why do you feel that you have to do this to get over? Why do you feel that you have to, treat people or base a whole people off of one person's actions or a couple people's actions? You made statements like you're running the South. You see how I paused right there? Because there's a lot of other people pausing. That's furthest from the truth, Holmes. Remember, everyone that says that needs to carry that. When you say something, Holmes, you must rock that. You must run with that. Because when you say you run the South, there's a whole bunch of guys right now sitting in fucking oils and doing shoe terms, Holmes, that are going to beg to differ on that one. Okay, no one's checking in with you, Holmes. I seen the little video you did with Kodak Black, and I commend you on having the fucking wherewithal to know exactly who you're around. And, and I don't listen to Kodak Black music. I know of his name just because he's done time. That is an individual who really did time. So I know who he is. And I commend you on being able to affiliate with someone of that caliber. Now, at the same time, Holmes, that don't mean shit. What means more than anything is the way you carry yourself, Holmes, and being the face of the raza like you claim to be. Then you need to carry yourself with a certain level of respect and an aspect that no one else can generate, Holmes. Only you and leadership skills and leadership qualities, Holmes, that you say you displayed, then you need to show that. I've been around heavy hitters, Holmes, that showed those. They didn't even have to try, Holmes. You just looked at them and you knew that was the one. This was a vato that sat upon the mesa. This was a vato that ran the yarda. This was a llavero in the making or was already a llavero, just based on the way he carried himself, the professionalism he displayed, and the respect that he carried and showed for everybody. And everybody knew what time it was, Holmes. You can tell those type of guys from guys that are fucking corn dogs, okay? Now, someone who says, oh, I've been here, I've done that, I've done that, I've done this, and they speak a little too much on it, they put too much tapatio, a little bit too much sriracha when we're running out, and a whole lot of hot sauce, Holmes, that shows me one thing and one thing only. They're lying, right? That's bullshit. You ain't never been there, done that. Now, I heard in Dub's video, he spoke on the Hoover situation, you saying that you slept on their side of the pod or whatever the case may be. And I don't know anything about the county jail down south, so I can't speak on that. And whatever repercussions that you're going to have to feel based on that and what you've said, that's totally up to you, Holmes. You know more than I do when it comes to that. But what I do know is any fucking southern native that I've been around, whether it be a resident, a paisa, a motherfucking sureño mexicano, a southsider, anybody I've been around, Holmes, doesn't act like you act. That's a fact. I'm just keeping it real, Holmes. And I'm not doing it from a hate standpoint. I'm not doing it from an up north standpoint because, I don't represent the north, Holmes. I represent the brown. I represent the raza. I represent the real, Holmes. I represent the real from the real fake, Holmes. And for me, totally just based on some of the interviews you've done and the way you carry yourself, Holmes, you're acting real frivolous and fake it. You know what I mean? So, okay, orale, the fakeage is real on your part, right? And I just wanted to put it out there because not only is it good content, it's something that people need to be brought abreast about. When you speak words on platforms like YouTube, Holmes, you need to understand and really know what you're saying. Because if you think you could carry yourself any old way and get away with some of these things you're saying, pobrecito, Holmes, at the end of the day, you will feel the repercussions for your actions, If you want to cause less division, if you want to get involved in the movement of what we got going on right now, which is unity, Holmes, not North and South unity, unity of the raza and the people, Holmes, then be that fucking voice. You have the platform. You are the rapper. Make it happen, Holmes. Talking about, I want to sign to Kanye West. Fuck that, homeboy. You would be on fucking Kanye West's shit doing the double fist. We already know what it is. Trying to wear some red Octobers. Swiftly doing it on Swifty. You know what it is. Anyways, with that being said, man, I don't want to wolf too much on this guy. I think I've said and expressed myself. I'm just trying to give him the game before the game gives it to him himself, and it gets ugly. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Again, man, go fuck with my boy Dubs and Haters World, man. Give them some love, man. They deserve it. They've done their due diligence and their videos were the bomb. You know what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe. If not, you can always hit that thumbs down, heavy as the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the unity of all raza. I'm never going to let a candy cone, a raindrop, a corn dog, a poop butt, or anyone of that nature with tattoos all over their face that makes them cool, right? Ruin what we have going, raza. At the end of the day, I don't hate on no one, homes, but I don't like anyone who shows dissension and division when it comes to the people. Bang, bang, because we're not about that, homes. We're about being real and not being fake. This is the gun. Why you work for Swifty Blue? Because I can, I said. Because I can. Bang, bang.